Good evening. My name is Joanne Fine, and I am the chair of the Police Oversight Board. These are the other board members here, and welcome. We're glad you're here. There is a lot to talk about. One of these cases, case 093-17, is one that many of you have read about in the newspaper recently. This case involves a child abuse complaint that was reviewed by CYFD about Victoria Martens, who subsequently was murdered and dismembered, a 9-year-old girl.
I think I pretty much briefed the case and what the investigation was, and I stand for any questions.
I have a question. You said that 2 of the meetings that happened took place in the chief's office. Is there a reason, did you interview the chief? And if you did, what did you learn? And if you did not, why did you not?
Chair Fine, board members, I did not interview the chief of police. The investigation originally was directed at Officer D and Director E, and it was about their lying to the media. The investigation, the citizen requested that we look at policies, procedures, what policies were followed, if somebody violated some policies or procedures. This was obviously a long investigation, and I didn't have any reason with the information that I was provided, with the evidence that I had, to go forward in questioning the chief. I have Officer D confirmed the meetings, the CACU sergeant confirmed the meetings, the CACU commander confirmed the meetings. So I knew that the meetings had taken place, and I knew what the content, or at least what some of the content of the meetings was. I didn't have any reason at that time to ask the chief about what happened in those meetings, because I had a whole bunch of other people that had provided evidence as to what had happened in the meetings.
But if you look at the whole timeline, these meetings happened in December and January, is that correct?
November was the CACU meeting. December of 2016 was...
And those are the meetings the chief was at?
Yes.
And so in the interim, subsequent to those meetings, lies come out in the paper that certainly everybody in that meeting should have believed. They heard what was said at the meeting, that being that they didn't go out.
Yes.
So the chief was in those meetings, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, but yet you say you're confident there's no collusion on there, that the Officer D did this all by himself. So how do you know that if the chief was there and it comes out in the paper and then he doesn't do anything to correct it either? So nobody did anything to correct this error. Even if there was no collusion, one would think that there would be some correction on the part of the chief. Did that thought cross your mind?
I don't think that actually crossed my mind at that time. I was led to believe, in conducting the interview, I was led to believe that this was something that was taken care of almost immediately. I wasn't told that it was taken care of immediately.
You mean not 6 weeks later?
Exactly.
Okay.
I was led to believe that it had occurred very quickly. As soon as the information was released that there was somebody had gone to the chief and said, hey, we did this, I didn't ask what was the chief's reaction. I asked questions because one of the things that Mr. Larson was concerned about was this some sort of conspiracy, some sort of a concocted story that was put together to protect the image of the Albuquerque Police Department. And I asked questions in my interviews that were specifically related to that. And I have to go on what I'm told. And what I was told is that there was no collusion, that nobody came up with a story. The evidence points to Officer D coming up with the story. Sorry.
Okay.
Almost made it.
We are